Hello there, this is Jedi Daniel 96, and in today's video, I'm going to go over, facts about George Lucas's input in the New Jedi Order series, and for those who don't know, the New Jedi Order series is a 19-book series in the Star Wars Legends timeline, and it's pretty much about the Yuuzhan Vong War and all that, so let's get to it. So, I'm going to read this interview section from the paperback version of Unifying Force, which is the final book in the series. And one question I'm going to go over is they ask, how much of a role did George Lucas play in shaping the series? Then they answer, George Lucas has been involved in all of the spin-off Star Wars publishing, but only on big concepts or plot points. The initial 5-year NJO plot outline and early thoughts on who might die were sent to him in the form of a Q&A memo and subsequently discussed by Foe. I would characterize his role as limited but important. He's the one who said the alien invaders could not be dark side force users, that we couldn't kill Luke, that we had to kill Anakin instead of Jason. We originally planned it the other way round. Other than that, he occasionally answered some basic questions for us, but that was rare. Mostly he leaves the books to his licensing people, trusting them to get it right. So that's interesting there, because, they say that he didn't allow the Yuuzhan Vong to be dark side force users, which, we know the Yuuzhan Vong are not immune to the force, and they couldn't kill Luke, so, probably, he feared that book sales could go down and all that with killing Luke off, and that's probably, why they went with Chewbacca in the series, which, spoiler alert there. And I'll get to it at the next part when they say that they had to kill Anakin instead of Jason. So, moving on. So, it says, several times at Skywalker Ranch, George was sitting almost within arm's reach, but I never got to speak with him, but he played a major role in giving shape to the NJO by commenting extensively on the early version of the 5-year story arc. As Lucy and Shelley have said, his objection to Anakin Solo being the main series protagonist was, I think, possible confusion with Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy of movies. There would be too many Anakins out there, and I distinctly recall George taking particular exception of our careless description of Omni, if I said that right, as dwarfish. We received his feedback. Suddenly, we were faced with having to create a new enemy and yet somehow differentiate that enemy from the dozens already developed by various authors of the Bantam books. Worse, were stripped of the one character from the Bantam line who was ideally set up to inherit the Jedi mantle from Luke. Even so, Shelley and I emerged with a lot to work with, and over a surpose in Salisto Pizza at Point Lobos, we sketched many of the characters who later became prominent in the series. So, there you have it there. So he says about that they had to kill Anakin Solo instead because he thought it would confuse people with Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy. And, this came out around the time the prequels were being made. So there you have it there. And another fun thing about, with them having where he didn't want to kill Luke off, which I find interesting because in his sequel trilogy treatments, he was going to kill Luke Skywalker, and him and Dave Filoni were going to bring the Yuuzhan Vong in an episode of the Clone Wars, which I find that interesting as well. So, that's some pretty interesting stuff that I presented, and hope you enjoyed this, and that does it for me in this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below. Did you find these stuff interesting and all that? Let me know all that down below. Share this video, tell your friends to subscribe. Follow me on social media, Twitter, DanRS87, Instagram, JamMasterDaniel96, Facebook, JamMasterDaniel96, and you can join the Discord server, which is linked down below. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you. Bye.